Hi, I'm Samantha, and I'm going to talk about the 68, 95, 99 rule. This refers to a standard normal distribution and allows you to look at how your data is distributed across the curve. Okay, the first thing we're going to look at is the actual graph itself. And here we can see that the mean right here is going to be our center point, meaning that 50% of the scores are going to be on this side and 50% of the scores are going to be on this side because it's symmetrical. It can be flipped over each side. So whenever we standardize our data, it makes our mean 0, and it makes our standard deviation equal to 1. So if we go 1 standard deviation away from the mean on each side, that's going to be 68% of our values. Likewise, if we go 2 standard deviations away from the mean in the positive direction or the negative direction, that's going to be 95% of our scores. And finally, 3 standard deviations away on each side is going to be 99% of our scores. This next graph is just going to show farther how you can divide the graph, because this shows like 68 is this middle part of 34% on this side, 34% on this side of the mean. And then if we go and add the next section in, we have 13.5 in the positive and negative realms, and that's going to equal as a total of 95. If we add on again our 2.35 to each side, that's going to get us our total of our 99% across the curve. And you can see here how they label the mean to be 0. And then we have our standard deviations of -1, -2, -3, and 1, 2, and 3. So if we go and try to do a practice problem, what you can do with this is show how you can move away from the mean in 2 standard deviations. That's what our practice problem wants, is 2 standard deviations away from the mean. So if we have a mean of 14 from our real data, then we can have a standard deviation of 3. If we want to go up 2 standard deviations, we're going to add 3 to 14 2 times, or in other words, we're going to add 6 to 14. So our upper level is going to be 20, which is going to be right here at 2 standard deviations away. And likewise, if we want to go 2 standard deviations away from the curve in the negative direction, we're going to subtract 6 from 14. We're going to have a lower level of 8. So then we can see that from here to here on our -2 to our 2, 95% of our values are going to fall within 2 standard deviations of that mean of 14. So if our mean becomes 14, we know that our lower level of 8 and our upper level of 20 have 95% of the scores within them. And that's just one little practice problem of what you can do with a normal curve. Hope this was helpful.